Everybody going through tough times. Believe me, been there, done that. But every day above ground is a great day. Remember that.
I knew my rent was gonna be late about a week ago. I worked my ass off, but I still can't pay it though. But I got just enough to get off in this club. Have me a good time before my time is up. Hey, let's get it now.
I want the time of my life. Yeah. Oh, baby. Give me the time of my life. Hey, hey, hey.
Let's get it now.
Come on in, let's go. Yeah! Let's go! Alright, okay. Alright, okay. Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Me get up. First shot, pimp strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. Nope, y'all can't copy yet. Glad moonwalking, and this here is our party. My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all way. Grown music. I shed my skin and put my bones into everything I record to it. And yeah, I'm on. Let that stage light go and shine on down. Got that Bob Barker suit game and Plinko in my style. Money, stay on my craft and stick around for those pounds. But I do that to pass the torch and put on for my town. Trust me, on my INDEPENDENT. It's hustling, chasing dreams since I was 14 with the 4-track bustin'. Halfway across that city with the back crush shit. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give that to the people, spread it across the country. Labels out here, now they can't tell me nothing. We give it to the people, spread it across the country.
Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
Nah, can I kick it? Thank you, yeah, I'm so damn grateful. I grew up really wanna go fronts, but that's what you get when Wu-Tang raised you. Y'all can't stop me, go hard like I got an 808 in my heartbeat. And I'm eating at the beat like it gave a little speed to a great white shark on Shark Week. Raw, time to go off, gone, deuces goodbye. I got a world to see, and my girl, she wanna see Rome. Caesar make you a believer, nah, I never ever did it for a throne. That validation comes from giving it back to the people. Now, sing this song and it goes like, raise those hands, this is our party. We came here to live life like nobody was watching. I got my city right behind me. If I fall, they got me. Learn from that failure, gain humility, and then we keep marching.
Here we go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us. Go back, this is the moment, tonight is the night. We'll fight till it's over, so we put our hands up like the ceiling can't hold us. Like the ceiling can't hold us.
think about that, but I can flip myself around like this.
Oh god. So Inception.
And I
Inception.
could go like this.
Oh,
Whoa.
It's witchcraft.
So yeah,
Power of Christ compels you. Throw my holy water at you.
I'll have to remember that for next time. I'll flip myself around.
Just
I don't-
upside down. Here's the crazy Danny upside down world stream. Woo!
I can't even make video work, period, and you're over here flipping shit around.
Uh-huh. Jeez.
I guess I have to do a Twitch school for you guys.
Well, I literally can't. With PS4, there's only so much a man can do over here.
I only have a PS4.
No, no, you went it through your computer. I know how
Yeah,
you did it.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Jeez.
Well, you know.
So how was your first big stream? I enjoyed mine. I had fun because I just played the game exactly like I normally would.
Yeah.
Nice one. Oh, whatever. Here's a Danny comment. Yeah, it was craziness. Do a thing.
I was really nervous getting on for the first time, and I think I talked more than I thought I would, so that was good.
Yeah, you definitely did.
there were people that showed up. We got 2 new followers during my stream, so that was cool. I
will
felt
say
pretty
that-
special.
I will say, since you are the fancy pants Magoo and you got the graphics and the sound and the sparkles that rain down, I was like, well, that's the one thing I was gonna say about your stream is you should like, hey, look, it's Sparkle Magoo followed. Thanks for the follow, Sparkle Magoo. I thought about doing it in the chat, but I was like, I sound like just some weirdo. Hey, thanks for following Danny.
Well, you
She
guys, we're all
says, "Thanks for
moderators now.
following."
So we have the little sword icon by our names.
Ooh,
So
sword.
now you can do that stuff and not look weird.
So now
Very nice.
when we stream next time, I'm gonna have a sword with me. I'm just gonna have my katana just sitting here on my
And
knee.
you just slam it into your desk so it's like protruding into the screen with you, all the time.
Then I just
Nice.
smack it when I'm mad and it goes brrrr.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Awesome.
Gotta lay down the band hammer, boys and girls.
Mhm.
All 2 of you.
All 2 of you.
Yeah. You Dane, don't step out of line, whoever you are that we probably know.
So yeah, I mean that was really cool to what the hell to do that, and I can't even find where it was. We actually hit our average viewer cap. We met our goal for this month. We're on our way to meeting other goals. So
Okay.
yeah, we just need more followers and stuff.
I have more work to be done. I'm not done yet. There are more people. Too big and
Well,
Too
download
big.
it to your phone. All you got to do is just hit the
exactly.
button when
Hit
it says go
the
live.
button when it says go live. Don't you just hit the button? That's all you gotta do.
hmm
Awesome.
Seems like there's something else I was gonna say. Oh, yeah, I didn't get to any killings or anything, so I was really sad, which sounds horrible, but
Oh, none of my friends died, so what a bummer.
I was
that
hoping to murder him.
that prologue was so long. I couldn't believe it. But I mean, it's understandable. It's so different from the other 2 games. So,
I thought it was interesting watching it, obviously knowing everything that happened
uh,
and seeing all the hints of things that will be revealed way, way, way later.
yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, there it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Yeah.
So it'll be fun. Probably the next stream, we'll have lots of death and
Maybe.
stuff.
I don't know if anybody dies in this game. I
Oh yeah,
don't
yeah.
remember.
No one dies. It's just a bunch of mini games and skits.
Drive that psych taxi and pick up hookers. That's all you do.
See, now since there's a class trial, there has to be a murder.
It's just a trial for like thievery. They're
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah.
Stole my bunny rabbit. Oh, how could you do that? And when he was like, I'm so bored. I don't know. We'll do a class trial, I guess. Really wish you guys had murdered instead, but shucks.
Yeah. So that was it for me this week. Let's see. How about you, Eric? How was your week this week? Week.
I didn't do anything. Oh,
That's a lie. You just mowed your yard. Talk about
Yeah.
that yard. and how you
Ah,
mowed it.
man, I was out there today mowing that lawn. It was the best time ever. I had a blast doing that. And a dog next door neighbor, bulldog, came running up. He was like sniffing me and doing that. And I'm like, oh, great. Dog's going to try to kill me. I'm going to kill the neighbor's dog. This is fantastic. What a night. And then the neighbor came out. The daughter let him out. And then she was like, oh, my God, Daddy, the dog ran in the neighbor. Oh, my God, help me. So the dad runs out. God dang it, Bostro, get over here. Come on, get over here, Bostro. I'm like, go back to your daddy, Bostro. Go back to your daddy.
Nice.
Yeah, just go back. Go back. I'll rip out your eyes. I promise you. I
This is what
promise.
fences are for. This is why if you have an animal that goes outside, buy a fence.
Well, when you're out in the country, though,
You need a fence to keep the cows out anyway.
you just let the dogs run wild, I guess. I don't know. I don't know the rules out here, man. I just live out
you
there.
do let your kids
Apparently you
run
let them-
wild. You've said, "Hey, go play on the swing set," and they just run.
I
They
wish.
just run.
Yeah, I wish. I wish. I've
Now you're
begged
starting
to let the
sound
kids
like
run out.
Howard. Now you're starting to sound like
I
Howard.
begged to say let the kids go run wild outside, but no, it's very controlled. We have to sit out there with them and be the very good parents. Make sure they
Inside
don't
the
get
kid
hurt.
fence.
Yes,
Put up a little chicken
exactly.
wire fence.
Exactly.
You can play in this 6-foot radius, kids. Oh, Daddy, I can't even get on the swings. Nope.
Sorry, you can't go that far. Beyond that, the only thing I did was start Persona 4, and I'm in love with it. It's a fantastic game. Now that I'm 20-something hours in, I think Persona 5 is better. So anybody who says Persona 4 is better, I think just has the wonderful little rose-colored glasses on, because
Mhm.
Persona 5 is better in every way possible. Even the music, even though I love Persona 4s and I'm just jamming out and I even in my head I'm just going with it, Persona 5's just got a little more kick, I think, to it, and a little more variety to the music. So either way, though, I don't want to diss on Persona 4. I'm just saying,
Mhm.
for all the people out there who are like, oh no, Persona 4 is better. Well, sorry to tell you, guys and girls, nah, Persona 5 is a little bit better, but this one is still a fantastic game. I'm enjoying it every moment I get. I'm at work just playing it, and just recently I got a chance to go to executive for
Mhm.
like the last 2. It's so good. It's so
2
good.
seconds of work, 8 hours of playing games.
Man, shush. There might be somebody listening.
Nobody's listening. Even the
Uh,
boss man said he doesn't care. We can talk about Bob all he wants. See that?
That's true. And the funniest part is a coworker of ours, he's deathly afraid of operating this particular machine. So he was supposed to run it.
Yeah, okay.
And I
yeah.
was like, oh, man, I'll sacrifice for you, buddy. Oh, would you trade me? Oh, I'd be the best, man. You're the greatest. Hey, no problem, man. I got you covered. So I come to work. I run the machine for 2.5 hours, and then I spend 6.5 hours playing video games.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah, I went over to that particular coworker and I went, "Hey, you're not Eric. Where's your best buddy Eric?" He went, "Oh, I did him a favor. I let him go over there. I was supposed to be the guy on that machine, but I was like, why wouldn't you want to go to Candyland?" He was like, "Well, I don't like sitting over there with Mike and everybody and they talk." And I said, "But you're on the other side. You get to sit in your little corner hidden from the world and look up all the weird shit on the internet that you want to look up." And he went, and I went, "I'm just
mhm.
idiot, fool, get away from me."
He's afraid of the machine. It's fine. It's
He's
fine.
afraid of every machine that is in your place.
Yeah, it's very true. He's afraid of everything. He is the, can't, man, I can't keep talking about that particular subject. All I will say is that I'm very happy that I was able to get over there today and tomorrow. It
Mhm.
provides me plenty of time to play this wonderful game and have a great time. Besides Persona 4, Destiny 2, the usuals, World of Warcraft, family-wise, we haven't been doing too much. Been kind of kicking back, relaxing, trying to conserve cash. We're going to be doing some camping coming up here. It's just the usual, man. Just life in general. How about you, buddy?
Well, the only thing I can think of outside of the video game and streaming front is I went and saw Mile 22 last week, the Mark Wahlberg movie, and I enjoyed that once it got going. But it's really interesting the way certain characters are portrayed in relation to the entire story. can't get into it without spoiling the movie, of course, so I won't do that. But like the other thing I thought was interesting is one of the characters is like he's like high energy all over the place. And so I thought it and when you first meet him, it's like this is too much. I can't deal with this character. I hate him. But then it's interesting how like the style of the movie meshes with that. Like it's lots of quick cuts and fast action and just all these different perspectives bouncing around during the action scenes. So it kind of melded well with that character. Like the whole theme of the movie was this kind of like always on the go kind of, I don't want to say spastic action, but that's the only word I can think of that makes you think like he's all over. But I enjoyed it overall. I liked the twist that happens in it. So that's the only spoilery thing I say is there's a twist. But if you watch the trailers, you kind of know there's going to be something. Anyway, I enjoyed that. It was pretty good once it got rolling and interesting from ways I can't discuss right now on the show. So there we go. Awesome.
Sweet.
Only other things I did this week was the candy thing and the Chinese food thing with you guys. And I streamed Yakuza Kiwami 2 from the start of the game into barely 2 hours in. But that's been a lot of fun so far. I'm looking forward to just getting back in there and just beating up people in the streets. Have a great time.
I'll tell you what, man, that Crab Shack really made me want crab again.
Mm-hmm.
It just reminded me of when I was in Alaska and we're at the pier. We just got
yeah.
back from the fishing trip and there was a shack there and we went and had crab and it's just freaking crab everywhere coming out of the plates and out of this huge thing and we're just cracking them open, dipping them in hot butter sauce. And, I
will say that's an underrated thing about the Yakuza games that nobody ever mentions. I mean, that in and of itself, like I said on the stream, that's a real place in Osaka that has this big giant crab on the outside that's a big seafood place. So they have these awesome recreations of real life places. But then anytime you go into a restaurant, those pictures of the food make me so damn hungry because they look phenomenal. Like I don't know who they get to photograph actual real food to look that damn good. Or if it's somebody rendered it, then thank God for him because it looks outstanding. And it's like, oh man, it's time to eat and refuel my health. Oh man, I want some sushi. I want some noodles. I want some noodles and sushi. I want the combo platter that looks like it's just overflowing with sushi. Oh, so hungry. Yeah, that's pretty much it for me. As a team this week, outside of the streaming and the candy and all the other good stuff, we didn't have anything for Talented Tuesday. Nothing on Tuesday. I know we had talked about before. Did we talk about before? Yeah, we must have. That we were going to record the What You Playing Third Shift. That's what it's called. Yeah, the What You Playing Third Shift for this month. That did get recorded. It was a fun episode. I liked geeking out about Danganronpa for like 45 minutes. That was the best part of that episode.
No, it was.
The best part was Eric glazed over, just staring at us, willing us to shut up.
Because anytime I do my stuff, he just goes.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do as goes be mad. Get better, son. Get better.
Nice.
It's not any time we talk. It's whenever we talk about Danganronpa. I'm like, oh.
No, there's a lot of times when I'm talking about even stuff we're talking about for the show, and it's just. Yeah, I really agree with that. I'm like, what? Like, go like this, and be like, yeah, like, hoo, coo. You're doing it right now, you bastard.
I'm paying attention. I'm thinking internally about what you're saying. I'm like, should I respond to this? Should I make a joke? No, not gonna. Just gonna. Okay.
That was a fun episode. I had a blast with that. Hey. That should be coming out tomorrow, right? Or next day, whenever.
Tomorrow, yeah, maybe.
Uh-oh.
Possibly.
I've already had one patron text me and ask about it. So.
What?
Uh-oh.
It was Steve, wasn't it?
Yeah, Steve, you got my phone number. He was like, "Hey, I hacked your phone. Also, we're in the Patreon episode." Jeez, man.
You, man.
Used to be that cool casual guy who pop up every now and then and say, "Love the show." And now he's like, "Dude, get the episode out now, faster." Jeez. So coming up next week, we're gonna have Aji2G episode. I think it's actually episode 36 because I have like half-hearted episode 36 numbers here.
Sounds
The notes
right.
that we didn't end up doing. So that'll be coming up, and we'll have 4 weeks of content. There's gonna be something
yeah.
to talk about this time. Gosh darn it!
That is the beauty of this one, is there's 4 weeks worth of games. So there's got to be something good that's come out that's going to be something passionate to talk about. I can't wait. I'm excited.
I actually did have 3 things I was excited about. Now that I'm looking at it, it's like those all sound pretty cool, but they were also going to be my releases. So it's like, well, now I can pad it out or rearrange it or have it indie 2-packs or something. It's going to be fun. It's going to be good.
It will indeed. And then the best part is we have Monday off, so
Oh yeah, so it's not even going to be a hard Sunday.
won't be that sad Sunday where we know we got to go to work in the morning and it's like, oh gosh. All right, man, let's rock it out. I gotta go to work
Try and
tomorrow.
be quick. Oh, we could never do that.
No, it's impossible. That's okay. Exactly. So we're done with that, and we're moving on into the big news. The big news, Matt.
The big news of shift codes for Golden
That's
Keys
right.
and Borderlands
I
and free
knew you
people.
had it.
Sign up for
I was
Twitter, the
waiting
other forums, the Instagram. Hit up your preferred shift code provider. Fly out to PAX West, and if you can find anybody out there who has a shift code just dangling from his janitor keys, be like, hey dude, give me that shift code. I need some golden keys. Get yourself some free loot.
Indeed. I will state, because it's been a couple weeks, that I still have a Tiny Tina sitting in a box.
Eric's weekly Tiny Tina update. Still not open.
Still in
Still
a
in the
box,
box.
sitting there with many other action figures and cool little silly video game and game stuff just piled up, doing nothing, because I have to rearrange this whole area. And every weekend I go, I should do that tomorrow. And then I play video games instead.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want? I'm a lazy gamer, just like the rest of you, you know?
You're stereotypical gamer, Eric. You
Exactly.
gotta get stuff done, man.
Sorry, I'm sorry. But I'll tell you what, speaking of getting stuff done, you know what? They never fail us when they release the Battleborn freaking rotation, Matt.
That's right.
tell you
And
that.
hey, which rotation is it this week? Well, we had E last week, so it's gonna be what's after A, B, C, D,
J.
E, F. You can't fool me. I'm a smart
Oh.
person. So Eric, I'm gonna start with you. What's your favorite? What do you think about this rotation, dude?
Well, there's a big fat chicken over here, man, and you know what I'm saying? I got an affinity for this chicken, so I'm gonna tell you to play the chicken. Set your legs out, poop them out, squat on it, pow, 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 shoot out your little egg grenades, have a great time, get killed because no one's helping you out. It's a fun game, fun time. That's what you should do. Play the fat chicken.
What do you think, Danny?
Shane and RX. The end.
Great. And hey, you know what it's time for? It's time for my new segment. I'm not using this prop, so I can do the segment again. It's Geek of the Week! Who is the worst character in this rotation? I'm going with Marquis this time, especially because this rotation has Beatrix in it, who is a far superior and more interesting character. Marquis, I could throw him little owls out that do like literally 0 damage. I could throw him a little time skip dome out that makes you like walk around slow a little bit and does nothing. I could shoot you, but every character in Battleborn is like crazy jumping. Look at how they're jumping. Look at them go. You can't snipe anything doing that. Screw you, Marquis. You're a loser if you play Marquis. He's the Geek of the Week this week in Battleborn.
Sorry, Marquis. Don't listen to what he says. You can have feelings and be okay too.
Believe in your robot self.
That's right. Believe in yourself. One hater out in the world ain't gonna change anything. Stupid Matt. Jeez, oh Pete's Marquis. Oh,
Yeah, like you ever
sad.
play Marquis. Shut
Do
your
I
mouth,
play
Eric.
that like I'd play that trash character? I mean, oh, dude.
Awesome. And then what else do we follow up that with? We followed up with Fortnite. They got their content update 5.3. You know it. Hey, it's live. It's live on the 5s. This is what happens when you go live on the 5s. Content update 5.30. We got like 4 to maybe 5 things to talk about in this one. Why don't you take it away there, Eric?
All right, well, let me start off with Solid Gold. LTM Battle Royale has begun. You will get to play with legendary weapons. Everybody gets legendary weapons. You get a weapon, I get a weapon, we all get weapons. And you go in and play a classic Battle Royale mode and kill each other. It is, I guess, fun. Brand. There's also a 50 versus 50, however, if you like to play that.
50.
Yes. Now, and I will say, I played the 50 versus 50. I'm not a fan. I thought it was going to be something really cool, but I feel like it just turns into you're still every man for themselves. It's just 50 people killing 50 people, and a lot of folks, including myself on occasion, I just go hide somewhere and let the rest of my 49 brethren do the work, and then I win.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, you get a victory, man. You get a victory.
That's true.
all
You
the
get the victory, so that's a plus side to it. But on the other end of it, I'm like, well, this is what I sat in a hole somewhere for 15, 20 minutes, and then I won.
same. You'd be listening to a great podcast like Third Shift while you're
But
sitting
that's
in that hole.
exactly, it's funny you mention that because I do. I listen to fantastic podcasts such as ourselves and others, and it's a good time. But I'm not a big fan. I like the solo just because it allows me to be accountable for myself, and then I go in there and actually do things and try hard. And of course, I could in the 50 versus 50, but I suck. So I know if I go into the big fray, I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna go in and get sniped or shot instantly. So I'm like, I'll just hold back here and stay alive, and then be like at the very end, I jump in and shoot around and maybe get a kill, and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. I'm a hero. I'm a helper.
Dane says it's cheap win.
Oh, shut up. You know what?
Hey, win's a win.
Win's a win, Dane.
Expensive, dirty. It
Let
doesn't
me
matter.
just tell you.
If you do chip damage against somebody in Street Fighter, that's still a win. You still
That's
did
right.
it.
You still did it. If you just evade, it's still a win. Doesn't matter if you're a sorry sucker that doesn't deserve to breathe anymore. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter if you're circling around in the storm. You're both just caught in the storm, and he had one less HP than you, so he dies first. That's still a win.
It's a win.
That's a win.
Exactly.
He shouldn't
So,
have
yeah.
lost that HP. That's
I will be honest. This particular mode, the solid gold, doesn't really get my panties in a bunch. Doesn't make me super excited. But I guess the upside is you do get to check out cool legendaries that you may not have tried out yet, or you don't get very often. So therefore, get to have some fun with. If you're interested, check it out.
Yeah, and speaking of things you should check out, they've got the new Shockwave grenade in there. This is a grenade you throw or launch down, and it goes boom, explodes, and it knocks back enemies, and it destroys structures that your enemies fly through. So if he's like built himself up a cool wall, and you can throw this over top, blow him through his structure, destroy him. The only other cool thing, if this is getting used on you a lot, is when you're blown back, you don't suffer any fall damage. So if you get blown off the top of your little tower dealy thing, no fall damage for you. So you can just keep on trucking, just keep on running, building that stuff. There you go. I mean, this sounds pretty cool. I like things that allow you to displace players and mess with their things in any kind of game, not just this one, but anything that goes bloop and knocks people way away. That's always cool.
Yeah, and I like that they added the fall damage not being there, because then it would start to be annoying and unfair, in my opinion. If you're getting knocked back, flying up in the air, then falling to your death, you just feel like you're incapable of countering that, so you start to feel stupid, and it just brings out bad feelings in general. So I'm glad that they thought of that and was like, well, let's make it so it's effective, but doesn't actually kill the player, and allows them to keep going and counter it, possibly by finding a nice hidey hole and sniping you instead, or coming up around you, whatever it is.
And then, last but not least, last thing I need to talk about anyway, we'll swing it back to you in a second if there's anything else for you. But dropping down to the Save the World mode, we got Weekly Horde Challenge 4, Husks Do Not Trigger Traps. So it's going to be all about your weapons, your guns, your abilities, your melee. Good luck with that one.
I don't use traps anyway, so it's fine by me. I don't care. Traps are for suckers.
I'll just get a bat and just bat them up.
How many times we've done that drunkenly and we've succeeded?
That's
I
true.
mean, do we really want to talk about how many times we've got melee weapons and just sat there for like an hour going, we win.
I don't have any sticks to build a trap. I don't have any bottles
I
to
don't
build
have any
ammo.
walls,
Just oh well.
nothing. Yeah, let's hit them melee. We'll run around. It's great. Goodness.
Awesome.
So is there any other point that
anything
got your
else?
attention, Danny?
All I saw were the shot grenades. I thought that was, I mean, everything you said is pretty cool. I thought that it would be more of just a grenade that like stuns a person, but having it knock back, and you can use it for yourself too, to jump, without getting fall
Blast
damage
yourself
and
with the
stuff.
flying.
So I thought that was pretty cool to use it as a offensive kind of thing.
Get out of jail method.
Exactly.
And I guess as a side note, I should bring up real fast that the Bladestorm Enforcer also hit Have the World. It hit Have the World, everybody. Heaven and the world.
Shave the world.
Yeah, shave the world. Blade Enforcer is in Save the World. It's a really cool ninja costume. I don't play a ninja, so I don't really care that much. But if you do, and you play Save the World, which I don't know how many people do, there you go. He's there.
Awesome. So then rolling on into the smorgasbord of all kinds of all the other games and stuff we talk about. I'm gonna start off with We Happy Few because I talked about a bug fix that they were putting in last week. Hey, look, it's live. It's live on the fives, just like us. I think this came out on the 27th for console and for Xbox and PC, and then was already live for PS4, or one of those it was live for, and the other two are now. So lots of bug fixes in there. Just, keys that wouldn't spawn, saves that got corrupted, et cetera. All those should be fixed now. And if they're not, hey, open another ticket for Gearbox support, and they'll see what they can do.
Keeping up with We Happy Few, Matt. I've been following through, saw Arthur's ending. Pretty cool. A little sad at the end. I won't spoil it for anybody, but I'll say, as you can imagine, the ending. None of the endings I assume are going to be like super.
Oh, it's going to be
"Woohoo, what a
wonderful
great
flower.
ending,"
And
and
just say, hey,
everything's
look, we did
okay.
this thing. Hooray.
But I watched it. It was pretty neat. I did enjoy it, and then I went on to watch some of Sally's gameplay. And holy moly, there was something in there, and I don't even know if I should say what it is. Maybe give it another week. But there's a mechanic you have to pay attention to with her gameplay that totally changes everything and isn't anything what I expected it to be. So I was like, whoa, okay, wow, this is interesting. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know, but I remember them talking about how she's like super stylish. Do you have to wear like cool clothes to blend in?
No.
with the buttons? No, okay.
I'll just say there's a burden that she has that others don't. So with that being said,
She's kinda
I
like
was
a baby.
totally.
She's got to have baby in a sling. You got to nurse the baby. Don't be on joy when you nurse the baby.
I don't know, Matt.
Oh, I got it. I got it in one. Boom. I did it.
I didn't see any of that coming. Spoiler alert! Oh my god. So when that happened, I went, oh, okay. Now it all starts fitting together because she was always abrupt with Arthur, and then trying to be nice to him, but at the same time, like, hey, I can't help you or go with you. Sorry, hey, goodbye. You know what I mean? Like, and it didn't really make a lot of sense because I'm like, why wouldn't she just say, yeah, I'm sorry, I screwed this up and that up, and yeah, let me help you out and come with you. That's cool beans. Let's try to reforge our relationship and make this work. Well, now I know why she couldn't. And it all just starts to piece together. And now I'm super interested to see Ollie and what the heck he's up to and how all that's going to come to play and all.
Got two babies he's got to nurse.
Well,
Two
and
bottles.
he's mentally crazy because he hears his wife in his head. So what?
So he's married. He's a henpecked married guy. And has to nurse two babies.
2 children.
That's it. He's
He's mentally insane and has a wife talking to him in his head constantly.
It's perfect.
It's just me. That's why I think I connect with him so deeply because I think we're just he's me, I'm him. Somebody's been spying me over at Compulsion. Just said, hey, follow Eric for a week. Just recreate that. You're gonna be fine. This character's gonna be bananas.
Awesome. So then I think the last thing I had for We Happy Few anyway is since we have our resident art critic on the show, they did announce the semifinalists, I think maybe last week, and then the finalists for the Welcome to Wellington Wells postcard art contest that somebody didn't enter.
I was gonna say, did Danny win? Danny win?
glad I
Was it a cool
didn't
postcard that
enter.
she put in?
Oh, some of those were crappy, Danny. You could have done way better than that. I saw some of them and I went, I'm super disappointed that Danny didn't enter. So, I have 2 questions. A, why didn't you enter? Because you were way better than some of these people. And B, what are your favorites out of here?
I had an idea of what I wanted to do, but I don't know.
Cat got in the way. The cat got in the way.
It's probably. I mean, it was either the cat or the baby. One of the two.
Nah, the baby just sleeps and moans every once in a while.
It was probably Danganronpa.
Well, okay, that's fair. I'll give you that. That is a life-consuming entity.
It
It's just-
is. So, yeah. I mean, I had an idea. I was going to do something fun, but it was just a thought that was there for a minute, and the next minute it was gone, and I was playing video games or something.
Okay.
You know what I love? I love having a skill that I don't use, Matt.
Well, I
Dude,
think we all love that.
It's not my passion. I mean, like, everyone says how good of an artist I am, but it's just not what I love doing, you know?
Just like, whatever. I can draw amazing
skill
things.
is
And it's
killing
probably
you,
because of people
but I don't
like
love
you
doing
that
it.
it was never my passion, because you guys gave me shit for it all the time. I'm serious. Like, every time I sat down in front of a person to draw, it was, oh my God, you are so good. Oh my God, I can't believe how good you are. I hate myself so much because I can't draw like that. I'm like,
That's
shut
when you
up.
go, ha ha ha, you should hate yourself.
Exactly.
I'm
You
fucking
should say,
amazing.
oh, yes, I am far
You
superior
sweet
to you in this level.
No,
Look
it's
at
like
me, you little worm.
you can be good at whatever you want. You just need to sit down and practice it. I wasn't that good when I started out.
There's a thing called, inherent skill.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Innate abilities.
Innate abilities. That's a real thing, proven
Uh-huh.
time and time again.
Uh-huh.
If you can draw stick figures half-assed at best, the best you're going to get is a mediocre drawer. Okay, that's the best you can reach.
The hardest you're going to work, you're going to
hell
get to be decent
to
stick
earth.
figures.
Exactly. Innate ability.
So yeah, I just got tired of hearing the same thing over and over again. And
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You, of all people, should not be sick of praise. Oh, I hate it when people tell me I'm great.
I
This
don't like
sucks.
being the center of attention.
I really want people to tell me I'm awful.
That's the thing that puts me in the center of attention all the time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
And
Danny,
then
you're
she-
so good
then
at
she
art.
Cries, and then she
Let
says,
me
"No
watch
one
you
lets
do
me
it."
Finish this sentence. No one lets me finish. All the
That
time.
too!
No one- everybody
All the
overrides
time! We
me.
were just talking about this recently.
I know.
Oh, man.
And then when people go, Danny, you got the spotlight. This is the best. Tell me all about it. I don't want to tell you. I don't want to
No.
say it.
I don't.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
So, part two of the
Elizabeth
question.
So, no, wait. So, y'all ruined it for me.
Well, you're
Y'all
welcome.
ruined it for yourself.
We could have had $3,000 to split because I would have made you split that top prize with us
Uh-huh.
because we're third shift.
Yep.
But
I wouldn't know, but hey, man, I like that thinking.
see,
down
now
with
you
that.
know for next time. Once we finally brute
make
force
Danny
her into
draw,
drawing something that
win
wins the
money.
thing. Yeah.
Split
So now
money.
you're saying I need to be more persistent.
Well, see, what I'll do is be like, hey, Danny, the patrons, I got a text from a patron who really wanted a picture of X.
There it is.
And just never tell her that it's, oh, if she really wants a picture
For a
of like
competition.
Lilith, it'd be really great. Like, oh, here you go. Oh, cool. Scan and upload to Gearbox. Hey, look, oh, you won a contest. Ching, ching, ching.
Mhm.
No.
Good idea, Matt. We'll
No.
talk
What
about this
happened?
more at work.
That's a bad
tomorrow.
idea.
I'm not going to be over here, though.
Just metaphorically speaking, Matt. I mean, if
So
somebody dating-
part two of the question. Part two of the
Uh-huh.
question. Rate and evaluate all the entries.
All of
Say-
them? All
say why they're
25?
worse than
Yep.
anything you could have done.
You know what? Let me kick back here.
Well, I did pick my top 5 of the semifinalists.
That works.
Okay. Here we go.
You also have to describe them on the air visually so people can see it in their brain. Actually, you are like Screen Share Jones, so if you had them pulled up, you could probably I'm sure you could figure it out. You're super cool like
Oh
that.
my God. Why are you
All right,
putting so much pressure on me?
I'm just saying. All right, I'll look up what they are.
It's to help you grow, Danny.
You know, diamonds are made from pressure.
And if you work
Otherwise,
and
we're all
practice
just lumps
something
of
long
coal.
enough, you can be great at it too, right, Danny?
Yes.
Oh my God. Okay, how about this? You guys talk about something and give me a minute and I will pull it up.
All right, sounds great. So, hey, Eric, what about other patch notes, other kinds of games that got cool stuff going around? We'll circle
All
back
right.
to Danny here in a second.
We're gonna circle back to this, but I will say the only other news coming out of Gearbox at large is the Earthfall had an update. Everybody, Inferno is out in the wild right now for all your available systems. What can you get with that? Well, let me give you a quick little lowdown. You will get a new SMG that you can utilize in combat, have a good time with. Inferno map is also available, which is in a forest fire. The aliens are attacking. You got to get out of them. You got to get rid of them. You got to get out of the forest fire. Wow, what an intense thing.
That sounds
Now,
pretty cool, actually.
It does. It actually, I wanted to check this out.
I really like, I mean, obviously, this is mostly player versus enemies, but I like player versus environment type of things too, where it's like, oh, maybe just, hey, we're barricaded in the house. Now the wall comes in with fire, so we got to get out of here. We got to go to the next safe house thing. I love stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. I do agree with that. I enjoy that, and plus, I just hope that I haven't seen it yet, but I'm hoping that the dynamic kind of changes. Like if the forest fire is like coming in here, like a path closes if you don't get to it in time, then you have to take an alternate path, which might be longer and involve like another generator startup or a truck fuel up, something that makes it a little more difficult. So you want to try to be speedy and efficient to use the alpha path. I don't know how it's set up, but that in my brain sounds like a perfect opportunity with a map like this where you could change the environment because everything's burning down around you.
Absolutely.
Don't know. Yeah, but it sounds cool. Something else that they changed that everybody's been like hankering on and wanting change is that the aliens, when you shot them, they didn't really show any effect whatsoever. And then when they died, they just kind of down to the ground. Exactly. Just kind of stiff backed over. And that bugged a lot of people, just kind of took the immersion away a little bit. So it was something they said they'd been wanting to add for a while, but kept working on. And they finally did it with this particular update. And of course, mind you, this is free for everybody. But now the aliens, when you shoot them, stagger back like they've been shot, as they would. And then when they die, they have a cool little death animation.
Nice.
So rejoice, everybody. The aliens look like they should and die as they should. As you'd imagine, I guess an alien dies because an alien should die like we do, maybe.
Kind of. Depends on their bone structure and how they're made, you know.
You know,
But I will say,
guess.
when you were talking about this before the show, I actually got pretty excited because there was always something off about the feel of those early gameplay videos, and I think that was probably a big part of it. It's just you just pumped shots into an enemy and they just ran at and then fell over.
Mhm.
It's just looking, somewhat more realistic, like bigger titles do. And again, this is an indie title anyway, so you shouldn't expect a ton. But any kind of improvements they can make in that realism or that feel of the game type thing, that's always good.
Indeed, I agree with that. They also fixed like a billion other little small additions, some sound effects, other animations, other character portrayals, things like that. They also included fire sappers, a couple other fire type enemies, obviously being in a burning forest. This is what you would do. And then last but not least, oh god, oh that's right, the AFK to the lobby. So now if you're sitting around the lobby and you're not there, they added a AFK timer, so that way you're not getting grouped up with people who aren't actually at the computer or whatever, and then you're just sitting around like idiots for a while, which is a very nice addition because the quickest way to anger somebody and make them stop playing is to have them sit there and waste their time for 15, 20 minutes waiting to do something. And nothing is more infuriating.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are in Earthfall or haven't gotten Earthfall, this might be the perfect opportunity for you to pick it up because they've been working really hard at making this game smooth and beautiful. So check it out.
Absolutely. Did we fill enough time there, Danny?
Yes. Yeah, you did
Excellent.
a good job.
Good job, us. Self high five.
All right.
Just smack on your bald head.
So, all of them were really spectacular. I like how a lot of them were realistic.
Yeah. I
Had
thought that was
good-
pretty cool too.
Good portrayals of the characters and stuff. My first favorite was from FS Maverick called Join Us. And it's just really simple, but it showed the first part of what they showed us on the stream with the piñata.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they have the piñata hanging in the tree, as
yeah.
you can see, and then they have the dead rat on the total opposite mirror image. So I like how you have the two versions of the postcard. You have the joy version and the not joy version.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
that
that was definitely a favorite of mine too. I think that was. Didn't they get placed in the finals? I'm pretty sure it did. Maybe third or second, something like that.
I don't know. I haven't.
Try-
I
trying
didn't
to
look at
find
the
it on
winners.
Weedler, and I can't find it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm
Let's
looking
look.
for it again, but I cannot find it anymore.
Let's see the winners.
I just know I didn't see Danny in there, and I was like, oh well.
Well, yeah. Let's see. Monanu was the first one. It has the two people on the cover do-si-doing with some butterflies.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that was the first
Yeah,
one.
that one's really pretty. And looks, I think Arthur's dead in the foreground.
Oh, nice.
The second place winner was Galoo Game Lady with Splash, and this was actually one of my favorites. It reminded me a lot of the Beatles album cover for Yellow Submarine.
Oh, okay.
Just that really poppy, fun, fun stuff.
Mhm. I've never been a Beatles fan, so that reference just.
Well, if you've seen I'm sure you've seen the cartoony cover before somewhere.
I'm sure I have, but it just. It's not in the punch bowl right now.
The third place winner was FS Maverick, the one I just described earlier.
Okay.
So, hey, I would have picked some winners.
What the heck did they do with it? It's not even on the show feed. Like,
Yeah,
where
it
is
all
it?
literally disappeared. So
I don't know. It's on DeviantArts thing, and it said they were going to post about it. So that is interesting. That
I mean, I saw it on Twitter, and I 100% am sure that I retweeted it from the show account, but it's gone. So, oh well. Hey,
that's weird.
props to you guys who won.
that's right. Congratulations to those who entered and won, and those who didn't. Well, you know what? Good job trying. Fantastic. And something I do want to mention before we forget, because it was something we did talk about pre-show briefly, was I don't think we said this last week, but Colin Sweet has joined the. Oh, you found it?
I found it.
Fantastic.
Gearbox retweeted it.
Oh,
Awesome.
Anyway,
All right, I was gonna say, Colin Sweet has joined the Gearbox community as the senior community manager. So now, if you're over there in the forums and you're on freaking Reddit and wherever you are, that is the man you're gonna want to be going to get his attention and go, "Hey, look at me! I'm cool or special or neat in some way, and I want your attention." Colin Sweet, welcome aboard, good sir. I'm sure we'll hear from you someday in some way.
hey,
Probably
we're
by
cool
me.
and special and neat in some
Yeah.
way. Look at us.
Damn
Fuck
straight.
you.
That's exactly. I'll send you an email.
oh.
Awesome. So yeah, there we go. We did it.
Cool.
That's all the news, man. That's
all
everything.
the news. That's
We've
it.
done.
So
No,
what
it's
should we
not
do
really
now?
it. No, it's not it. It's not
Well,
it.
that's
okay.
true. It's not all the news. It's all the news
So
that's fit to print.
it's all the real news. Now, this is something we talked about, and we weren't really sure how to approach it.
Mhm.
But we've heard no word on Gearbox attending PAX West.
Mhm.
So usually every year what we do is a conjecture land into what Gearbox is going to be announcing and doing for the wonderful PAX West panel that they so infamously always attend. But I have heard literally nothing from them, and the individual who's always hosted for them since she has come to Gearbox is not even attending.
Mhm.
So the question is, are they going? I do not know.
I feel like the years that they've gone, I don't know if they tweeted it out or if it was on like the message boards or some other kind of news area. But I remember it was always, hey, look, they always put up like that little panel.
They always
description.
do.
Find
Mhm.
us at this place at this time.
At this
and
theater at this time.
Check out all the newest releases and whatever, all the, the form text they fill in.
Mhm.
But I haven't seen that anywhere. And like you said, Elisa already tweeted out, hey, no PAX West for me, but I'm going to be at TwitchCon. I'm like, well, you don't have like a whole stage show without your streamer stage person, right?
Mhm. That's what I'm thinking. So I guess I'm under the impression they're not attending PAX West at this point,
Hmm.
which would be very weird because, as far as I followed them, they've always been at PAX West. So it's just like, okay, well, they don't appear at PAX West, which means they have nothing to talk about or nothing to announce or anything to really say. When next do you hear about them?
I was gonna say, well,
Andy
maybe
Awards?
maybe Randy Pitchford has gotten. I mean, we've seen him talk a million times about how he doesn't like to show anything about the cake until it's fully baked. Maybe that's filtered all the way into, big events, big shows.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, the only presence he had at E3 was, showing off the Penn and Teller's FU, UU, and U.
Yeah, but if
So-
we're realistic, they haven't announced anything at PAX West in 2+ years.
Mhm.
So,
Well, maybe
you'd assume.
I think the only thing I can think of that they would show off, so this would be my hypothetical Conjecture Land, if we could go to Conjecture Land, but they might not even be there, so we can't even do it, would be something like 1v1. And I feel like since that's it's literally a smaller project because it's 1v1, I feel like maybe that's one of those things that it's a surprise indie release. Hey, look, that thing we talked about 2.5 years ago, now it's out. It's a free to play little, indie level title.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's something you wouldn't put on a big you wouldn't put on a big stage show about that anyway. So maybe he's baking that cake, and as soon as or that cupcake this time, and as soon as they pull it out and they pull the little paper thing off, and they can go, hey, maybe it'll just be bam, it's on the store, there it goes.
I agree with that, and I think what's happening, and we could be totally wrong, of course we'll find out this weekend, but I think that their noses are straight up into the grindstone because they were lifted from responsibility this year. 2K said, you know what, we've got Red Dead coming out, we don't need anything else, take your time, we'll see you next year. But they are going to be, I can promise you, they are going to be held accountable for something next year. I don't know what, but 2K is going to expect something from them next year. Because 2K doesn't have a big title for next year except for their every year title, NBA 2K, which in theory could sustain them regardless. But usually they like to have a couple big releases.
Unless this rumored thing is BioShock, which is the other big franchise. everyone's
you're
concerned
right.
with that.
BioShock's had been on a break for a while too, so it could
maybe
literally
they're
do that.
still 2 years out. Who knows?
I don't, that's 100% possible. I've been hitting the head many times, so I don't know what's true or what's not real anymore. I'd like to hope that eventually we're going to hear something from them. It's been quite a while now, and we know they've been working hard on something.
Something, yeah.
We just don't know what. So you got to imagine something's going to be shown in the next year. But this year, I think we are going to hear mum on anything at all. We're going to hear literally nothing.
I feel like the only two things they've talked about or shown off, like the Penn and Teller game isn't out yet, so that's got to be next on the we've shown it and it's getting released thing. 1v1, whatever that is becoming or turning into, would be after that, at least in my conjecture timeline. And then maybe you start seeing bits of something else. I don't.
It'd have to be
We've
Brothers
seen
in
nothing
Arms.
else though. We haven't seen
Brothers in
anything
Arms
else.
would have to be what I would think be the next, because Gearbox Quebec has been working on this project for God knows how long, forever. That one's been brewing forever. I would think we've heard something about that one. Like me and you from day one were talking about where's Brothers in Arms. We know Gearbox Quebec. It's been leaked already, basically, that they're working on it. And still, all these years later, not a word.
Well, maybe those trips that people took up, like Jithri and Mean Mug and Anthony, and what was it? I don't know if Sung went up, but it was one of the other guys. Maybe those were, script initialization and like style, like the first looks at something. I don't know. I mean, you would hope not, but since it's been so long, maybe things weren't as far along as we hoped they were when we saw them going up there. Who knows?
It's all a mystery, and that's the worst part about this, is because of the no word policy. I have no idea where they're at anymore. I have no idea what is happening at the Gearbox company. on the software side, of course. Publishing, they've been pretty open and posting what's coming next. But this is what we're specifically, just in case you're wondering, the software side is what we're talking about right now.
Yeah.
So, what about you, Danny? Any big conjectures or ideas? We're not going to conjecture land because I don't see a real reason to go there.
We put our quarters in the binocular things, and we're looking off at the
We're
island.
So we're
looking
looking
off
at
at
the
it.
island.
Look
And we
at
see
there's a
Sean.
lot of smoke. There's fire.
I mean, can I say my wacky idea? Just for funsies?
Yeah,
I mean, if you wanna-
I
if
got
you wanna throw
nothing
your
for.
vote out
You
there.
just want to make a fool of myself? I'll just make a fool of myself. I don't care. So Valve has come back, right? They've officially announced that they're going to start developing games again. They think they've got it down where they can develop and publish and then run their software, all that other good stuff, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, I don't think they've got the chops yet to do a big title. So who's helped them in the past develop one of their biggest titles? Well, let's see. Gearbox has. So maybe one of the secret titles that they're not announcing, they're all giggling and smiling at, is Half-Life 3, everybody. Co-developed Valve and Gearbox. Oh, there it is. It lives. Half-Life 3. Oh my God. No, it's not.
This
it's
is
not
the
real at all.
pipest dream I've
I
ever
know.
heard of in my entire life.
Look, Matt, nothing's real anymore. I don't have any expectations. There's no reality anymore.
So the way you're going is nothing's real, so everything's real. Everything
That's right.
could be real.
Everything
because
could be
nothing
real now
actually
because
is.
nothing
Oh
is.
my God, Danny's
See?
upside down.
There she is. Inception.
Nothing's real.
Oh God. Oh.
Silly. It's terrible. It's horrifying.
Oh my
deal with it.
goodness. It's terrible. It really is terrible. And I hate to do this. I know some of our patrons, and others out there do enjoy us going to Conjecture Land, but,
Mhm.
but I
There's
don't
nothing
think
to
they're going.
conjecture about.
There's
Steve,
nothing
there are
to
too many
conjecture.
holes in the boat, Steve.
Exactly. They have shot it.
Cannibals swum out and they drilled holes in the boat, little cartoon drill things.
We can't get out there.
It's just not seaworthy. We can't even make it to realism rock. We're stuck here in the real
No,
world.
we're stuck here in literal real world. So until we hear anything at all, there's just no reason to move because I just don't feel like they're going to talk or do anything in the foreseeable future.
Unless Randy has totally baked all 3 cakes and he's just waiting to pop them right out of the oven. Hey,
Right.
look, guys, it's me, Randy, interrupting this whatever stream. Check it out, Borderlands, Brothers in Arms, 1v1.
Well,
Penn and Teller, Duke and Duke, here it comes. Woohoo, it's all coming.
Oh, Nuke and Duke, baby. Oh, boy. Telling you, when that dream is a reality, everything stops for me. My whole room down here becomes Nuke and Duke. I swear to goodness, if that becomes real, this whole entire basement will become Nuke and Duke. Nothing but Nuke and Duke. I will live and die and breathe it. I will go to work. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, and that's all. I'll just talk like Nuke and Duke forever.
Let's just wear red tank tops with
Mhm.
blue jeans, and I'll
Oh,
wear
Eric,
a
that's
blue tank top with
inappropriate.
red jeans.
Yep. Hey, brother. Oh, bubble gum and chewing, kicking ass, bro. Bigger.
You'll be the one who
Wow.
screws up the quotes. I'll be actual.
You'll
dude.
do them accurate.
So
huh?
I'll have the red tank top and the jeans. You'll be
Yeah.
you'll be
I'll be-
Bizarro.
I'm Bizarro.
You'll be
dude.
Nice.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I like it. But that's it. That's all.
it.
I hate to burst your bubble. I don't think they're going. I think that's the end of the deal. This year for Gearbox is a quiet, just. We'll see you next year. Bye, Gearbox.
Well, not quiet for them because they'll be working hard, but quiet on the news front.
Well,
Right.
fine on news front, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, maybe we can get some of them on and they'll just divulge all their secrets to us. It'll be a great time.
Hey, Danny, just mute the stream. Anyway, guy, what you talking about?
Precisely. We'll talk about more of that off air. And that's it, everybody. We did it. We've completed another wonderful episode as Matt does the little
Trying to remember how I closed the show. But hey, what do you guys think is going to happen at PAX West? Do you think Randy has 1, 2, 3 cupcakes? Does he have a whole tiered wedding cake going? Let us know. You can give us your feedback. You can also give us questions, comments, concerns, any kind of good thing. If you are revolted by Danny swiveling her image and it just makes you sick to your stomach, let us know via email info@thirdshift. Tweet at us at Third Shift ME or find us on Facebook under Third Shift.
Indeed, you can. And we also have a wonderful Patreon set up. If you like what you hear, you think we're cool, and you want to donate, or you just love Danny just flipping the cameras all over the place and ruining everything with her psychoactive ridiculousness, consider heading over there, throwing us $1, $5, $1,000. You know what? Put my kids through college. That'd be the greatest. I'd appreciate it so much. However, if you say, no way, dudes and dudettes, I got bills to pay. Oh, now it's dark. I totally
Shadow
understand.
Danny.
I totally understand. Danny's ruining everything. So you know what? Money is money. Keep it in your pocket. You can, however, help us in other ways by going on over to the iTunes, giving us 5-star
Oh,
ratings.
God.
Oh,
It's
now
so right.
heaven's absorbed her. It's ridiculous. You can also go and give us 5-star ratings, as I just said. Mailbag questions, interact with us in any way on the Twitters, the Facebooks. We appreciate and do love it all. It's the kind of motivation that keeps us rolling and strolling through life. Danny, you've tried your best and you have failed. I made it through it.
You
With
did
that,
do a good
guys,
job.
I appreciate everything you all do out there for us. We hope you tune in next time on Lives for the Fives, because that's the thing we're doing from now on. So get on Twitch. Please, we didn't say this. Get on Twitch. Follow us. Tune into the live streams, all that good stuff. It's going to help us. We're trying to attack another area, another venue, and we're going to put our names out there, and we're going to rise up to the top of the cream. Oh, because we're better than cream, guys.
What?
Yes, you got it. You saved it. Good job, Eric. And speaking of saving it, you can save the date for our very next episode, because this podcast drops every Friday. So we'll be back in your ear holes on the 7th of September for our very next episode. You can find that episode on iTunes, on Stitcher, and on Podbean. And as I always say, if you like what we're doing, you'd like to help us out, please give us a like, a rating, a review, a comment, and subscription. Any kind of good thing on any one of those good services, because it does help us out. We really do appreciate it. And I don't even want to do it because you made me so nauseated. But Danny, plug your stuff. Say where people can find you. Tell them what games you're going to be playing on the Twitch. All the good stuff.
You can find me on Usakoi84 on Twitter. And yeah, I'll be streaming whenever I feel like it, and it will be Danganronpa for who knows how long, until I finish it.
The foreseeable future.
Yeah.
So are you only going to play it on stream, or are you going to like jump and be like, oh, hey guys, also all these people died in between this stream and the last one?
No, I'm only gonna play that one on stream. So that yeah. So I'll probably
Alright,
be on
cool.
stream a lot, because I won't be able to wait.
I was just thinking that to myself. I'm like, well, that means you're probably going to stream a lot in the next little couple weeks you're here.
I'm going to
That's a good-
speed home and get on the stream first. I'm just kicking around in Yakuza Kiwami. I'm beating up guys and like eating sushi. You gonna progress the story at all? No, I'm just going to just kick, just oh, hang on, bathroom break, guys. 45 minutes later. Oh, sorry, there was someone at the door. I had to go like pull weeds out of the
Had
yard. go to
sushi.
the gas
terrible.
So yeah, check out. Well, that's what I'll do. Since you're gonna hog our stream, I'll be streaming Yakuza Kiwami 2 either on our channel or on my personal YouTube channel. Danny's hogging ours. So check that out, because my channel's basically turned into all Yakuza content all the time anyway. So I'll either be uploading our Twitch streams from there to that, or streaming to that, or uploading edited videos to that, because I love me some Yakuza, and I can't just not play it. I got all these other games I need to play, but I can't just not play Yakuza. I'm sorry.
And once I figure out how this all works, I'll be streaming World of Warcraft and Destiny 2, and then Dragon Quest 11. Oh yeah. So when I'm on and doing it, that's what I'll be playing. If you guys are interested in those, obviously tune in. It's gonna be a good time. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet, but I'm gonna have something going. It's gonna be great.
All right, and with
And-
that, hey,
You know what I want to say before you say that is, you guys think we forgot about them 5-star stories, but we didn't. Suckers! They'll be coming soon. I've got another story brewed up, created. It's a beautiful thing. I know these two are supposed to, or said they were creating some cool epic stories. It ain't over, boys and girls. Give us the 5-star ratings or die. That
it's-
everybody.
It's still no wait. I got to defend myself here. It's still brewing in my head.
Oh, okay.
Every few days, I'm like, I need to add that to it. I need to add that to it, and I go, I should start writing this down, because I also said that I had a really cool production idea to start introing mine, because it's going to be a trans. I can't spoil it for anybody. But
Okay.
the way that it's going to be presented, it needs to have some production aspects to it that are going to get teased. So that's the only spoiler I'll give everybody. I got to
Alright.
talk to Danny about that.
Just want to make sure it's still in the making. There we go. Look at that. You heard it. The 5 stars don't stop there, boys and girls.
That's
So
right.
tune in because it's still coming back. And with that, now I only got one last thing to say.
Don't forget to say.
Ridiculous.
Party rocker, for showstopper, more shampoo, #1 club popper. Got a hangover like too much vodka. Can't see me with 10 binoculars. So cool, no doubt by the end of the night. Got the clothes coming off, then I make that move. Somehow, some way, gotta raise the roof. All black shades when the sun come through. It's on like everything goes. Wild out, baby, to the freak it shows. What happens to that body is a private show. Stays right here, private show. I like a mundane, don't talk high pain. Tolerance bottoms up when it's champagne. My life, come Muhammad, then we hit Spain. Too easy with you there, we get insane.
Hey, I heard you were a wild one. Ooh, if I took you home and be a home run, show me how you do. I wanna shut down the club with you. Hey, I heard you like the wild ones, wild ones, wild ones. I am a wild one, break me. Side of me